want something to drink? I've got unfiltered tap water, beer. I have some juice boxes.
I'll have a juice pop. You don't have anything on the walls.
Yeah, I don't have anything to put on them. Except Henry's art and that's being framed.
I can give you some things, you know,
No.
until you get some stuff. That's not that great picture of Henry on the Staten Island ferry.
Aren't you in that one?
Oh yeah, right. Just there. You could always cut me out.
Listen, I'm going to have to leave a day early to go to New York on the 22nd, so I was wondering if I could have Henry that Friday.
The 22nd, so that's the 21st.
Yeah.
We have plans actually. We have this thing at the LACNA with the cousins.
Okay, so
It's
could
that
you
one
change it
night
so
and
that I can
looking
take
forward
it?
to it.
Really?
It's my night, Charlie. We negotiated it.
Okay, fine.
I mean, what?
Nothing. I'm just asking you to be flexible.
I am flexible. You come in and out, and I adjust based on your schedule. This one night, we
Yeah,
haven't
it's
had
not
a
just
minute.
this one night, but okay, fine, fine. All right.
Henry's teacher wants to meet with us.
You mean his LA teacher?
Could you respond to the email so we can set a time?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I've been distracted.
I understand. It's just they want to rule everything out, you know, with his reading.
I think he's just over anxious. He just wants it so much.
Yeah, he quits too easily.
They
when
say
things
his
aren't
math
easy
is
for
off
him.
the
He's
charts.
Like us, he's stubborn.
Right?
And he's still a lousy Monopoly player because he tries to save all his money. So, I thought we should talk.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like maybe things have gone too far. I mean, my mom has taken out a loan against the house to pay for Nora.
I thought I paid Nora.
You pay 30% of Nora.
Well, I am going broke too, if that's any help. I just agreed to direct 2 shitty plays. We can forget putting anything away for Henry's college.
It's just that up until now, we've managed to keep Henry at least somewhat removed. And this will change that.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to protect him.
I agree.
Nora says the evaluator will come into our homes. She'll interview Henry in addition to us, our friends, family, enemies. And then she'll observe us with him, how we are as parents.
That sounds awful.
I know. I feel like if anyone observed me on any given day as a mom, I'd never get custody. That was a joke.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I feel the same way.
Right. So maybe we can figure something out between us.
You'll remember I said this to you at the beginning.
I know you did, but these are different circumstances.
I anticipated these circumstances.
Anyway, should we try this?
Okay, yeah. Well, I don't know how to start.
Okay, do you understand why I want to stay in LA?
No.
Well, Charlie, that's not a useful way for us to
I'm
start.
sorry, but I do not understand it.
You do not remember promising me we could do time here.
No, promise? No. We talked about things. I mean, we discussed things. We were married. We talked about moving to Europe. We talked about getting a sideboard, what do you call it, a credenza for that spot behind the couch. We never did any of that.
And you turned down that residency at the Geffen that could have brought
Because
us
it was not
here.
something that I wanted to do. We had a great life and great theater in Brooklyn.
You called that a great life.
You know
Me
what I mean.
discovering your fucking Marianne.
Do not pretend like you are not capable of deception. You left Ben for me. I didn't mean we had a great marriage. I mean life in Brooklyn and professionally. And I don't know. Honestly, I never considered anything different.
Well, that's the problem, isn't it? I was your wife. You should have considered my happiness too.
Come on, you were happy. You only decided you weren't now.
Okay, so my work is here. My family is here.
And I agreed to put Henry in school here because your pilot went to series. And I did that knowing that when you were done shooting, he would come back to New York.
Honey, we never said that.
Yes,
that might
we
have
did.
been your assumption, but we never expressly said
Yes,
it.
we
When did
did.
we say that?
I don't know when we said it. We said it.
I thought that
We said it that time on the phone.
Let me finish, honey. Sorry, I keep saying that. I thought that if Henry was happy out here and if my work continued, that maybe we'd do LA for a while.
Well, I was not privy to that thought process.
The only reason we don't live here is because you can't imagine desires other than your own unless they're forced on you.
Okay, so you wish you hadn't married me? You wish you had a different life? But this is what happened.
So what do we do?
I don't know.
Well, Nora says there's no coming back from you.
Well, fuck Nora, okay? I hate fucking Nora telling me I always lived in LA. I have never lived in LA. How could you have her say those things about me?
Jay said them about me too. You shouldn't have fired her.
Well, I needed my own asshole.
Well, let's just both agree that both our lawyers
No.
said shitty stuff about both of
No,
us.
Nora was worse.
Jay called me an alcoholic.
You pulled the rug from under me. Now you are putting me through hell.
You put me through hell during the
Was
marriage.
that what
And
that
now
was?
you want
Hell?
to put Henry through this horrible thing so you can yet again get what you want.
This is not what I want. I mean, it is what I want, but it's what was best for Henry.
Oh, I wondered when you get round to Henry and what was best for him.
The fuck off.
No, you fuck off. If you listen to your son or anyone, he'd tell you he'd rather be
Stop
here.
putting your feelings
He
about me
said he
onto
likes it
Henry.
better
He
here.
tells you that because he knows that's what you want to
He
hear.
tells me you're on the phone all the time. You don't.
I'm on the phone all the time because I'm going through a divorce in LA and I'm trying to direct a play in New York which closed because I was not there. That was a huge opportunity for me and for the theater. I let everyone down.
You're being so much like your father.
Do not compare me to my father.
I didn't compare you. I said you were acting like him.
And you are exactly like your mother. Yes, everything you complain about her, you are doing. You are suffocating Henry.
Yeah, well,
I'm just repeating what you've told me.
yeah, well, the first thing is, I love my mother. She was a great mother. And the second thing is, how dare you compare my mothering to my mother? I might be like my father, but I am not like my mother.
Yes, you are.
No.
Yes, and you're like my father, and you're like my mother, and you're all the bad things about all of these people, but mostly you're like your mother. So, you know, sometimes when we would lie in bed together, I would look at you and I would see her and I would feel so gross.
I felt repulsed when you touched me.
Oh, you felt... You're a
The thought of having
slob.
sex with you?
I
You want to peel my
closed
fucking
all the
skin
cabinets,
off.
I made all the beds, I picked up after you like after an infant. You will never be happy, not in LA, not anywhere else. You'll think you have found some better opposite guy than me, and then in a few years you'll rebel against him because you need to have your voice. You do not want a voice, you want to complain about not having a
I
voice.
think of being married to you, and that woman is a stranger to me.
Because you
We have
regressed.
child
You've gone back to your
marriage.
life before you met me. You're pathetic.
You know, people used to say to me that you were too selfish to be a great artist. I used to defend you, but they're absolutely right. You
All
gaslighted
your
me.
best acting is
You're a
behind
fucking villain.
You're back to being a hack. I guess, okay, listen, you want to present yourself as the victim because it's a good legal strategy and fine. But you and I both know you chose this life. You wanted this until you didn't. And then you used me so you could get out of LA.
I didn't use
Yes, you did. And then you blame me for it. You always made me feel aware of what I was doing wrong, how I was falling short. Life with you was joyless.
So you had to fuck someone else? How could you?
You shouldn't be upset that I fucked her. You should be upset that I had a laugh with her.
Do you love her?
No. But she didn't hate me. And you hated me.
You hated me. You fucked someone we worked with.
You stopped having sex with me in the past year. I never cheated on you.
That was cheating on me.
There's so much I could have done. I was a director who came from nothing and was suddenly on the cover of fucking Time Out New York. I wanted to fuck everybody. I could have fucked everybody, but I loved you and I didn't want to lose that. But I was in my 20s and I didn't want to lose that too, and you wanted so much, so fast, I didn't even want to get married. Fuck, there's so much I didn't do.
Well, thanks for that.
Well, you're welcome. You're welcome.
I can't believe I have to know you from
You are fucking insane! And you're fucking winning.
Are you kidding? I had already lost. I wanted to be married. You didn't love me as much as I loved you.
What does that have to do with LA? What?
You are so merged with your own selfishness that you don't even identify it as selfish anymore. You're such a dick.
You know, every morning I wake up, I wish you were dead. Dead, like if I could guarantee Henry would be okay, I wish he would get an illness and then get hit by a fucking car and then die.
I know.
I'm sorry.